Alright, so back on the Loadstar again today. As you may have seen in the last video, I think it's out of gas. Maybe something else going on, I don't know, but let's start with the gas because that tank's empty. And we'll see where that gets us. So, battery's probably kind of dead from cranking so much, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, let's put some gas in this thing. Got some of this Marvel mystery oil. Figure we'd dump some of that in there too, but I put some fuel stabilizer in this gas, but we'll go ahead and throw this in there for good measure. I don't know how much you should put in there, but maybe that's enough. Let's go ahead and put 10 gallon in it. That should be enough to start. Need a new rubber gasket on that fuel cap, looks like. Probably let water in. Man, this Harbor Freight jump pack is really heavy, but tell you what, it's been good to me so far. Hope I didn't just jinx myself. Now, I wonder how long it'll take for this little fuel pump to pump gas out of the tank into the carburetor. Maybe we should dump some gas in there. It is too cold to be out here doing this. You know that just cold, rainy, yeah. Okay, I'm just literally pouring it all over my hands. It's even worse. Can't get my hands warm. I like blocks ice. Whoops. Went everywhere I didn't want it to go, so probably gonna burn the Loadstar down today. Yeah. We'll stick this back on just for good measure. Come on. Aha, there you are. Now. My hands are no good for nothing right now. It's showing I got 12.3 volts. Not sure how dead that battery was, but we did quite a bit of cranking on it the other day. We'll see what happens here. Okay. Huh. That sounds like she wants to run. Not sure why my jump box ain't helped me a little more than that. Huh. Oh. Something wanted to happen. I don't know how much juice my jump box had. I've used it a few times. Well, this one's about empty. It says I'm at 65% on this thing. It probably needs some more juice. Should have thought of that already. I know what we need. More starting fluid. Got my other Rural King battery. Maybe find some jumper cables in here. I got this little teeny tiny set I used to keep in my motorcycle. Let's see what these do. Probably not much. Almost there. Come on. Oh yeah. Well, the valve train on this side seems a lot more noisy than it used to be. sound good at all. Smoking a little more than it used to, but maybe it's all that mystery oil we dumped into it or whatever we've dumped out of that oil bath air filter thing there. All right, so the steering's a little stiff with that, I guess that extra ram on there unhooked. But it's moving. Nice. Excited about that. Now I'm curious about the ticking in the valve train. Always something. Hey, there's plenty of work left on this thing yet, so I guess it ain't that big of a deal, but yeah, she's down pretty low. Complain about that. Move this thing around a little bit. How would that look as a gooseneck hauler? Yeah, I doubt I'll do that, but maybe a smaller gooseneck. No, I don't know. Let's see if his engine's quieted down a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Do my lights work? I think they do. I think even this little spotlight works. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah. What do you think about that? I'm excited. Now I know it moved, but there's a lot of work still left, so don't get confused that this is a running, driving truck. I mean, it drove, but it's not ready. So yeah, still got steering to address, frame to address, brakes to address. Once all that's even done, I mean, you know, we gotta make sure the engine's gonna be healthy enough to run and do something. So might have to pull that valve cover off, kind of see what's going on in there, you know. So maybe the valves just need adjusted, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just tickled that it moved under its own power, and you can kind of look at this and see what it looks like moving. So I'm excited. But yeah, still plenty of work to do. So I've been looking at beds. I still can't make up my mind if I want to just chop that flatbed down, stick it on there. You know, like I say, probably won't be hauling much of anything because I just don't trust the frame to be too strong. Would like a little dump truck, but you know, I'll probably end up just breaking it in half if I did that. But yeah, I don't know. If you got any ideas, let me know. So I know I started this truck. It's been a while now. We've had lots of these videos. I don't even know how many there are now, but I had intended to have it done and possibly go to the rod run last year. You know, that was kind of a big dream, you know, but here it is, already time for rod run this year, 2025, and I just got it moving, so I guess that's progress, right? Oh well. Well, anyway, I guess that's about all we're gonna do to it today. I'll probably park it up, move it. It's just too cold and rainy to do much of anything. Next thing, I'll probably start stripping some stuff off the lopro, get some of those parts off of that thing that I want, and then start looking at getting rid of the truck because I don't really need it, just sitting there in the way. But I'll get a few things off of it that I want to keep. Possibly switch the brakes over to the, I think it's got the hydro boost on the lopro. Is that right? Yeah, hydro boost. Yeah, sounds right. And I don't know if I'll need to switch the power steering over, the pump over with the steering box. I'll probably switch the steering box over from the lopro. Should have put a camera in there to see kind of what that jack was doing, but it was tough. It was almost like you didn't have any power steering. So that does help, I guess. But none of the bolts in the front's tight. I mean, like it's one of the front axle didn't fall apart. The leaf spring bolts, they just got the nuts twisted on them, hand tight on the retainer bolts. But yeah, all that stuff will be worked out eventually. I'll probably take maybe the air tank off the lopro, and that way I can air the bags up whenever I get all that stuff fixed. And you know, I don't know if I'll put a compressor on it yet or not. Probably a little electric compressor would be my go-to for right now, because I don't need to get into mounting one on the engine. I don't think the one off the lopro will work anyway. So yeah. anyway, guess we've done all we can do today, and too cold, so let's go in and get warm. So let's get out here and get on something else.